And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about unconventional wisdom, or what I'm calling cruciform wisdom, and conventional wisdom, or the wisdom of the world. And so here's where we're going today. Let me just sum up what I'm saying, and then I'll tell you a little bit about where we're going. God's wisdom is the way of the cross. And the way of Christ, the way of Jesus following in his footsteps, looks like utter foolishness to most people in this world. But it's the way the kingdom comes. It is cruciform wisdom that we are called to live out. And so we're going to take a brief look today at the Exodus passage that I talked through with the kids, Exodus 20. And we're going to take a brief look at Jesus and the Gospel of John, flipping tables. That's one of our favorite passages, I think. And then we're going to spend most of our time in Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 1. I would encourage you to go ahead and turn there because Paul, when I read it out loud, doesn't always make a whole lot of sense. So it'd be good to have the words to refer to. But we're going to be talking about cruciform wisdom, this unconventional wisdom. We're going to talk about the way of Jesus, the way that the kingdom comes, and how it's a dying to ourselves. It's dying to this conventional way of wisdom that we embody the way of Christ to the world. It's this upside down kingdom. So surely you've heard that phrase by now if you haven't heard cruciform life or you haven't heard cruciform wisdom as a term. But the way that we talk about the kingdom of God is this upside down nature of the way that God does things. See, the world likes its hierarchies. It likes its pyramid with one person at the top. But God's way is an inverse pyramid with the one, Jesus, at the bottom. The way of Christ doing things like this, it completely subverts the powers and principalities around us, even though it doesn't make sense to us in the moment. You see, while Jesus prefers that narrow path, the world prefers that wide and easy path. God prefers that narrow path, that difficult way, and it's always been that way, not just since Jesus came onto the scene.